I mean, the flames were huge. It was a huge fire.
Tires start exploding and shocks start exploding. And these different smaller explosions are going on.
It was 91 days ago in the middle of the Dixie National Forest when the Jones family vacation abruptly came to an end. Their Polaris RZR side-by-side consumed in flames. It was literally just moments before this home video was shot that this home video was recorded, cruising along the trails and through the trees in the same RZR. Brian and Tara and their daughter Birdie in the front, their dog and 8-year-old family friend Ruby in the back.
We were about 60 seconds from our trailer when I started smelling gas.
I heard an explosion.
In less than 30 seconds,
Immediately, I looked over and there were flames next to my face.
Ruby didn't even scream in the back, right? That's how fast it happened. She hadn't even realized that there was fire on her head and that her legs were getting burned.
hair was singed, skin was burned. The Jones family convinced it is a miracle everyone made it out alive. And once Tara posted the near tragedy to social media,
It was shocking to hear, oh, this isn't a rare thing.
it was discovered their experience was not isolated. Take a look here. Just Google it. Polaris RZR FIRE and yeah, there you go. Fire after fire after fire. Individual accounts of these Polaris side-by-sides spontaneously lighting up. When the KSL investigators did a little research, we found the RZR has seen 21 recalls in the past decade. 13 of those recalls involving more than 300,000 machines were fire-related. In some cases, 2 to 3 recalls in the same year because of fire concerns.
Is this a problem?
In my view, yes.
That's Eric Olson, Salt Lake City lawyer filing multiple cases against Polaris for the fires dating back to 2015. Cases involving people burned, cases of at least 6 people killed, and cases of people wanting answers even after the recalls as to why these spontaneous fires continue to be an issue.
It's easy to think, well, there's a recall, that means it's fixed, and that is not the case.
All right, so what is the case? Well, the KSL investigators went straight to Polaris asking the questions. Is the fire hazard? What is the cause? Will you comment on the lawsuit? Correct our RZR products safe? And will you do an on-camera interview? 19 days later, no on-camera interview, no direct answer to most of our questions. But in an email said, the safety of our riders is our priority. Our product development processes focus on safety and quality. If an issue is identified in the field, we stand behind our products by correcting the issue. So, KSL dug up the issues in need of correcting and found every year or so it seems to be something different causing these fires. Different models, different years, the recalls reveal
An incorrectly routed battery, silencer, the fuel pump retaining ring can crack, in the neck fuel tank, vehicle engine can misfire, can overheat and melt.
each of these recalls from Polaris pinpointing different but very specific reasons for a potential fire.
Do you know why your RZR caught fire?
I don't.
Except for one of those recalls. This recall, the 2016 recall. Simply stating, RZR can catch fire while consumers are driving. That's it. No reason given.
When these things catch on fire, they basically burn down to the roll cage and there's not much to investigate.
It's been 7 years, and BJ and Nicole Holdridge are still looking for answers after a family vacation turned into tragedy. The RZR they were driving tipped over, caught fire.
Just immediately heard a
Their 15-year-old daughter, Bailey, suffering third-degree burns to more than half of her body.
She was like, "Daddy, Daddy, help, 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 help," just screaming as loud as she could.
After 4.5 months in the hospital, 6 times going septic and 27 surgeries, Bailey was taken off of life support.
I think about the accident every day. I can't get it out of my head. So what happened, how hot, I hear Bailey's voice.
Shortly after Bailey's death, on April 19, 2016, Polaris and the Consumer Product Safety Commission announced the recall of about 133,000 Polaris RZRs, citing 160 reports of fires, 19 reported injuries, including first, second, and third-degree burns, 1 death, and 0 explanation on the specific problem or the specific fix.
You're saying there's information out there that the public just does not know because nothing's gone to trial.
Some, yeah. Some of it's available, a lot of it is not.
Olson says he's represented 18 cases against Polaris due to injury or death. And because the cases have been resolved or settled with non-disclosures or financial settlements, he says important details have not been made public.
What would that information do?
I don't know, and I probably can't get into it, but there's a story here, and it's more details about what happened.
More details. Details this lawyer, Bailey's family, and Polaris have all refused to get into. But these details are undisputed. Polaris reached a $27 million settlement with federal regulators in 2018 for failing to immediately report defects in their side-by-sides and creating possible hazards and risk of serious injury or death. It is the largest penalty ever assessed by the Consumer Product Safety Commission. And since that settlement, Polaris has issued 6 more recalls citing potential fires. And this right here, the Joneses' 2018 model, had one of those recalls. The Jones family says they were never notified.
We had never gotten any sort of recall.
In the 4 years Brian and Tara have owned their RZR, they will tell you this vehicle is attached to some of the best memories they have ever made. In a matter of seconds.
That scares me. That's panic for me.
This machine has created a memory now amongst one of their worst.
This is not a rare fluke thing. It's happening, and something needs to be done.